On day 4,177, the Greg Hill Foundation held a fundraiser for injured Manchester, New Hampshire Fire Captain Steve DesRuisseaux. He was badly burned, courageously responding to a fire, and as always, the community rallied around him and his family to help in their time of need. This is Steve's story.
I've been a firefighter for 23 years with Manchester. I'm born and raised in Manchester, so I have a huge connection with this community my whole life. It's the biggest city in the state, it's the busiest city. That's what I was drawn to help my community I grew up in, along with being busy and going to a lot of calls. To do the job effectively and be totally vested into it, you really have to buy into the culture of the fire service. And you really need to focus on helping your community, constantly trying to make yourself better and being willing to serve and protect at all costs. November 6th, 2021 was a Saturday, and the call came in for a structure fire. We were only about 2 minutes away from the location of that address. As we made the corner, I could see the big column of smoke, so I knew we had a working fire in progress. So we rolled in on scene. We had heavy fire showing from the front and right side of the building on 2 floors. As I looked up the front of the building, there was a gentleman on the 3rd floor window hanging out the window yelling. So at that point, I called for what we call rescue mode in our department, so alerting all the incoming companies that we had a rescue in progress. I went inside the building with my nozzleman on the hand line, went up to the 2nd floor, and that's when I told him to hold the stairs. I was going to go up and help with the rescue. So I made my way up to the 3rd floor. Vision was getting obscured pretty quickly. So I made the decision at that time real quick to go to the back of the apartment and investigate. The rescue company showed up on scene behind me. They came up to the 3rd floor and went to the front of the building and started aiding the people out the front side of the building, which ended up being a total of 3 people. So a flashover is when everything ignites simultaneously, including the smoke. So unbeknownst to me, I was engulfed in flames at that point. I reached down and grabbed her, tried getting her out the window one last time, along with myself. So we both kind of went up and out the window. She got hung up at the window, fell back in. I kept going, face first. As I was diving out the window, my breathing apparatus got hung up on the top of the ladder, so I was stuck. So I was hanging upside down on the ladder just outside the window, and I had fire coming in from behind me and below me. And I was in the fire about 35, 40 seconds. Thought of my family, my kids. And I felt like hell. I did not want to go that way. So I was kicking, I was trying to get the ladder out the window. I kept pulling down just to dump the ladder. The firefighters were at the bottom of the ladder. And one firefighter, Lieutenant Scott Broussard, came up the ladder to try to free me up, which wasn't gonna happen. I was hung up too bad. So he was on the ladder with me at that point, and we were face to face, and I just kept yelling at him, telling him to dump the ladder, dump the ladder. Eventually, firefighter Josh Charpentier was at the bottom of the ladder from truck 1. Him and another gentleman, unbeknownst to me, a total stranger that was watching, went over and helped him actually tip the ladder over. So they got it out of the window, managed to dump the ladder, and myself and Lieutenant Scott Broussard fell about 20 feet to the ground at that point. I hit the ground. That was the best feeling I've had in my life, was falling. I mean, I was at the point where I was pretty much writing it off. I remember all those things vividly going through my mind. They came over with a hand line, put some water on me at that point, and then they called for the ambulance, and they came over and walked me to the ALS unit and transported me to the LA hospital. The SCBA company, the breathing apparatus company, said I had less than 10 seconds left before my entire pack failed. I ended up getting 35% burns, 2nd and 3rd degree, throughout my body. At the end of the event, we were able to save 6 out of the 7 victims in that building, out the 3rd floor. So everybody on scene They were phenomenal. They saved my life, along with 6 others. So I couldn't be more proud of the men and women I serve with. So the result we had that night was incredible. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. I mean, unfortunately, we lost one, and I think about her all the time. So obviously, I was still in the hospital when I was getting updates on all the support and generosity people were giving myself and my entire family. And one of those being Greg Hill and the Greg Hill Foundation. And for his foundation to step up and offer their support was huge. And to see the donations coming in and to see the support from the entire Boston community along with the region and as a whole was amazing. And I can't be more thankful. And I am indebted to a lot of people I don't even know. And Greg Hill and the Greg Hill Foundation might not be aware. Obviously from a financial standpoint, they help you quite a bit, but there's more to it than that. There's more to it than just the dollars. You know, it's knowing that the community's there for you. It's knowing that a complete stranger has your back, you know, and supports you.
I have people who I don't even know still reaching out, asking, how is he? How are things going? And I think that's the part of the community that, you know, Greg Hill and others have supported us with, just allowing that opportunity to involve people and make us feel human again. You know, I think there's so many times in our world today that we don't feel connected and we don't feel human. I think that really helps.
The support you get from them is, you can't explain it, but it means the world to me.
I can't thank the people enough that are involved with the Greg Hill Foundation and the people that listen and donate. They deserve a big thank you. I wish I could hug every one of them. I really do.